The Cemil Molla Mansion, perched atop an Istanbul hill, overlooks the Bosphorus. Its white walls and grand windows once gleamed, a late 19th century Ottoman masterpiece designed by Cesarino Farina. Sprawling gardens and intricate woodwork made it a symbol of luxury. More than a home, it was a hub for intellectuals where the nation's future was debated. The mansion blended European and Ottoman styles, boasting a ballroom of crystal chandeliers. For years, it was the center of Istanbul's high society. Cemil Molla, a powerful minister of justice, and his wife Emine lived a life of wealth in the mansion. But the Ottoman Empire was changing, and Cemil Bey found himself on the wrong side of politics. In 1919, accused of treason, he and Emine were exiled, losing everything. Their perfect life shattered. Years in exile brought hardship, erasing memories of grand parties. Eventually allowed to return, they found Istanbul changed and themselves broken. The mansion became a prison filled with silence and regret. Their triumph turned to tragedy. The halls echoed with loss. The darkness that followed them home would never leave. After exile, Cemil Bey and Emine lived in isolation. Their mansion transformed into a tomb. Grief soaked into the walls, and the couple's despair lingered. The mansion fell into neglect. Locals avoided the property, whispering about strange feelings. Children dared each other to approach, only to flee in fear. The mansion's reputation shifted to the supernatural. The sadness of its final years became a palpable presence, turning the house from a palace of dreams to a place of fear. The physical decay mirrored the emotional ruin of its last owners, setting the stage for terrifying events. The house was waiting. Its darkness was only beginning. In the 1960s, businessman Hammett bought the mansion, hoping to restore its glory. Unaware of its dark past, his family moved in, but the mansion had other plans. Strange occurrences began immediately: whispers, slamming doors, and objects moving on their own. The family grew uneasy as the supernatural activity intensified. Shadowy figures appeared in hallways. A woman vanished when approached. Disembodied voices called their names. The atmosphere grew heavy, fear settling in. Attempts to cleanse the house failed. The mansion became their prison. The dream of restoration shattered. The family was trapped with an unseen force. They fought to survive, but the darkness only grew stronger. The Hammett family's hope was replaced by dread. The mansion's curse was alive. The Hammett family's ordeal peaked with their son, İzzet, who suffered the most intense hauntings, his mental state unraveling. The family watched helplessly as İzzet was broken by the entity. One day, driven to madness, he took his own life, jumping from an upper window, confirming the mansion's deadly reputation. Devastated, the family fled, leaving everything behind. The mansion was abandoned, now stained with fresh tragedy. İzzet's spirit was believed trapped, joining the restless souls within. The haunting stories intensified, sightings of a young man near the fatal window. The mansion became a monument to ruined lives. Its spirits were restless, angry, and forever bound. The darkness had claimed another victim. The legend was complete. Every attempt to renovate has failed. Workers flee, terrified by strange accidents and voices. The mansion resists change, clinging to its secrets. Today, it stands abandoned, where history and the paranormal merge. Why is the mansion so haunted? Many blame a curse, with legends speaking of witchcraft tied to the property. Some say Cemil Molla's enemies cursed him and his home. Symbols found in the foundation fueled rumors of dark magic, a permanent stain. The mansion is a stark reminder. Some locations are forever marked by tragedy. Is it just a building with a sad history, or a gateway to something darker? The Cemil Molla Mansion was more than a home. Its grand design, inspired by the Yıldız Palace, was a statement of social prominence and intellectual ambition. Every detail, from the marble floors to the rare books in its library, reflected Cemil Bey's desire to leave a lasting mark on Ottoman society. But the mansion's fate was tied to the turbulent history of the Ottoman Empire. The fall of Sultan Abdülhamit II and the rise of the Committee of Union and Progress changed everything. Cemil Bey's exile shows how quickly fortune and status could vanish in times of political upheaval. The deep grief and isolation experienced by Cemil Bey and Emine after their return left a mark on the mansion. Their sorrow and despair are said to have soaked into its walls, fueling the legends of supernatural unrest that followed. Stories of ghostly footsteps, mysterious voices, and moving objects became part of the mansion's identity. These hauntings may be seen as echoes of the collective trauma and suffering that took place within its walls, a reminder of the past that refuses to fade. The tragic fate of İzzet, the Hamit family's son, highlights how fear and trauma can break the human mind. His terrifying experiences in the mansion may have been a blend of supernatural forces and psychological distress, showing how belief in the paranormal can deepen real suffering. Even after restoration, the mansion's dark reputation persisted. Workers reported strange accidents and eerie voices, and a family who moved in after the renovations faced a string of misfortunes, eventually abandoning the house. The past seemed impossible to escape. Legends say a curse was placed on Cemil Bey by a woman he rejected, blending folklore with history. Such stories reveal how communities use myth and superstition to explain tragedy, and how curses become part of a place's cultural memory. The Cemil Molla Mansion stands as a powerful symbol of ambition, loss, and the mysteries that linger in old places. Its haunted reputation reminds us that history is not just about facts, but also about the stories we tell to make sense of suffering and the unknown. Perhaps in every legend, there is a deeper truth waiting to be discovered.